There we go. Power. Boom. Boom. There we go. Welcome to Dallas. I know you've been here.
Finally, I come to check out the place. I remember when this was a design in, what was it, FIBO 2 years ago? Yeah. He showed me. It was a design back then, and this is what he wanted to do, and now it came to reality, man. It followed through. It's pretty awesome, man.
And it's a winner, son.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Nice. Well, happy birthday, big boy.
Thank you.
Started off with behind the neck press. I personally love this exercise. You know, there's going to be a lot of haters out there contradicting, saying you should not be doing anything behind the neck. You know, it works for Kevin Levrone. He's been doing it for many years.
Phil Heath.
Yeah, exactly. And it's comfortable for me, man. I just cannot go to the front. It's very uncomfortable. I've had many shoulder injuries outside of the gym. And just going behind the neck is the only exercise that I can really do for pressing.
Chances are, if you can't do behind the neck press without pains, it's because you've probably been lifting wrong your entire, you know, lifting.
Well, you have mobility issues.
Yeah, you probably have, mobility issues. Your shoulders are probably jacked up. So, you know, I've always focused on shoulder mobility, focused on a better range of motion, stretching, proper form. I've never had any shoulder issues. So I don't see why, if you don't have any shoulder issues, you should be able to do behind the neck press.
So we started with behind the neck press. We did like 3 sets there before moving on to front delts. And we combined both of our exercises here. We compromise like we do in any relationship. Training partners have to be the same. So first of all, Jason suggested that we lie face down, pronated, and do a front raise. And I thought, well, how about we do what I want to do as well, lying on the back at an incline and going up until about 45 degrees. So we decided to superset both of these exercises so we could get a full range of motion and development through the delta, obviously halfway up with a 45 degree, then lying face down and going all the way up and halfway down, which, man, it demolished our delts. You may look at the weight and think, oh, it's not that much weight. You check your ego at the door and work the muscle instead.
Yeah. It's amazing whenever you go just from a standard front raise, but we did 2 front raise exercises back to back, and it was completely different. It's little things like that.
It's the tweaks that count, you know, especially when you've been training as many years as we have. You know, you would need to go outside of the box and venture outside the conventional exercises sometimes, you know, to keep it interesting and to keep evolving every year. Like this guy has packed on 8 pounds. 8 pounds since last year. And how many years have you been training?
17.
17 years. So it goes to show you it's a thinker's game after a while if you want to keep evolving.
Better. Yeah, 36 yesterday.
36, happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate it.
The best way you could have ever celebrated is having a workout with me.
Exactly. Yeah. This was my birthday wish.
Yeah, come true. The fairy came true.
Exactly. If there was one thing that I think me and Kris have in common, that a lot of you guys watching this, it's that when you think the rep's done, Kris is only halfway done. That's kind of what I've always lived off of with resistance weights, is when the muscle tells you you're done, you're just getting started. So he keeps applying different philosophies or techniques to keep the resistance going. There we go. Jam it up, jam it up.
Yeah. Once you feel that you've got failure and you keep hitting that failure point, you're just always going to be the same. You're going to adapt to that environment. You have to control that environment by having adaptations. You find a failure point, how else can I fail? You know, it's like you could do the incline, it's like, okay, now let's stand up and swing that bad boy a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing, I do that with a lot of raises. Sit down, side raises, stand up and raise it now.
Yeah.
And then maybe grab some light weights and hit it behind the back. You know?
I've lived by that training for 17 years now. And I just wonder why other guys don't do that. I don't know if it's work ethic. I don't know if it's afraid they're gonna lose muscle. But I see guys just do a set and then they sit there.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're a power lifter, you know, lifting, you know, just focus on one lift, 10 to 20 sets. But I don't understand, guys want to look good, they want to build their physique. You gotta train your ass off. You gotta keep doing different reps.
And yeah, exactly. You've got to tap into every type of muscle fiber. A lot of the time they're just working their fast twitch muscle fibers. They're doing what they've seen the big guys do in the gym and it looks good. So that's what they hit, you know? It's like, okay, you know, you read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, it tells you keep checking your ego. A lot of people don't check their ego, especially now as you see powerlifting getting pretty big.
Yeah.
You know, so other people are like, yeah, I want to slam shit on the platform too.
Yeah. Ego lifting.
Yeah.
Cut your wings off your ego, you can skydive.
And then we went on to rear delts. So we did the high pulley there using your hook, so we were free motion away from the grip. No time and attention on the forearm, so we could just completely focus on the rear delts, making sure that we were spreading the elbows out towards the walls and not just pulling back and engaging the traps.
Yeah, that was great.
And then the final exercise, again, a little bit outside of the box, we did side raises using the resistance bands here.
Yeah, which added a whole element. Because normally you're kind of raising up, but we had to, that resistance doesn't want us to pull out. So not only, it just felt completely different, just simply adding the band.
And then when we couldn't do any more with the weights, we just dropped the weights and just did the band only. So yeah, we were going high reps, but I find that delts really work with high repetitions involved with the heavier weights as well. You know, you've got a good combination of your fast twitch and slow twitch muscle fibers that really do react with a combination of those repetitions.
Yeah, and you're one of the few people who looks at the body that way, looking at working the different types of muscle fibers, the different types of levels of training, you know, stabilization, strength, power, and that's why you do what you do, you know, and that's why I love lifting with you, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But you know, that's exactly what we've got to do, is look at different ways where you're going to turn every stone, even if it's a pebble. You got to turn every pebble there after a while, because you know, otherwise we could maintain by living on a desert island. We want to continue to evolve in our lives, in our success, outside of the gym and inside of the gym. All right, guys, hope you like this workout. If you want to see more from myself and Jason, check out our YouTube channels on youtube.com and follow us, like, and subscribe.